Welcome to Once Upon a Case, because the law isn't just for lawyers, it's for everyone. Let's travel back to 17th century England. Today, I'm breaking down one of the most important cases in contract law, Paradine versus Jane, decided in 1647. It's not just some dusty old court case. It actually shaped how we think about contracts even today. Here's the setup. Jane rents land from Paradine. Everything's going fine until plot twist. A foreign army invades. They take over the land. They chase Jane off. Jane can't use the land. Jane can't make any money from it. And obviously can't pay rent. So Jane tells Paradine, "Hey, sorry, but an invasion isn't exactly my fault. I shouldn't have to pay." But Paradine isn't having it. He takes Jane to court, demanding the rent anyway. Now here's where it gets interesting. The big question for the judges: if something totally outside your control, like an invading army, stops you from keeping your end of a contract, do you still have to pay up? The court's answer? A straight-up yes. They basically said, look, a contract is a contract. If you promise to pay rent, you pay rent, no matter what happens. The only exception would be if the contract itself made room for disasters like this. The judges used a Latin phrase, because of course they did. Absolute contracts must be performed. That means unless the contract specifically says otherwise, bad luck isn't an excuse. It doesn't matter if a flood gets in your way, you're still on the hook. It doesn't matter if a fire gets in your way, you're still on the hook. It doesn't matter if an army gets in your way, you're still on the hook. Now, this decision might sound a little harsh. I mean, Jane literally got kicked off the land by soldiers. But at the time, the courts wanted to keep things predictable. If people could just walk away from contracts every time something unexpected happened, business would get messy fast. But here's the twist. Paradine v. Jane didn't stay the law forever. Over the next couple centuries, courts realized that sometimes life throws curveballs that nobody can control. That's where the idea of frustration of purpose comes in. And that's where force majeure comes in. Today, if something truly wild and unforeseeable happens, you might get out of a contract. But back in 1647, no such luck. So, Paradine versus Jane is a classic. It's the reason lawyers started writing all those acts of God and disorder clauses into contracts. It's the foundation for how we think about risk, responsibility, and fairness in agreements. So next time you sign a contract, remember, double-check those terms. Because sometimes history has a way of sneaking up on you. Thank you for hanging out and learning a little legal history with me. If you want more cases explained just like this, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you soon on the next episode.